Ooh, he continuing. Oh, he continues. Hang on, let me put it there. Let's put it there, I guess. So, I think there's 2 color gems we have to get. Unfortunately, they're all in like the worst level. Let's get lights out first. I think I could do that. Okay. Alright. What was stopping me from completing this level before? Ooh. Thanks for the follow, Kieran. Sorry, not the subscription. Jeez, my bad. Was that 21 months? Oh! How are you affording this? He's using Twitch Prime, so he has a Twitch Prime subscription. You know, I wish they had a quick restart. Where I could go, oh, I'm going for the gem. Or it should, You know what I mean? Actually, no, I guess we can. Can't we? If we put that timer on, it doesn't mark checkpoints as valid, right? Who has Twitch Prime? Kieran has Twitch Prime. So I think if we die now, even if we get a checkpoint, we go back to the start. Oh, but there's those boxes? Yeah, I'm not sure this is gonna work. Twitch Prime is a scam. Twitch Prime is not a scam. Can confirm. It's the Sane Trilogy. Yeah, I wasn't really, I haven't streamed it in a while because, Crash 1 sucks, and it's not really that fun, so. Is the 40 head saying Muda Muda? So this is just, I'm dying because I'm rushing, by the way. And I shouldn't be rushing, especially in a level where I'm, you know, supposed to not die. I'm gonna miss that. Fine. Twitch Prime is just Amazon Prime. Twitch Prime is literally just Amazon Prime. They're basically the same thing. I'd rather have Netflix than Prime. I have Amazon Prime so I can just subscribe to Twitch people for free every month and get stuff for games I will literally never play. Yeah, they are actually genuinely the same thing. They are no different because Twitch owns both companies. No, not Twitch. Amazon owns Twitch, believe it or not. So. Oh! I'm Russian, dude. Not in terms of continent, in terms of gameplay. I mean, once we get both the colored gems, this stream is just an easy breeze. Like, at that point, I can look at chat all I want. So, give me a little bit to concentrate on the game. Amazon Prime sucks in my eyes. I don't think it sucks. I cancelled mine because, you know, the whole infection thing going on. I'm not really using it, so... Parcels are going to take an an increasingly long time with or without it, so it doesn't matter anymore. Where was I failing? Was it just because I was rushing? And I didn't get the gem on this level? Or did I decide we were going to do it later? Oh, it's these. I kept getting hit in these. Oh no, there was a gem. I didn't know a gem existed. Oh, that's so useful, dude. I don't actually need to play this level anymore. Fuck yeah. It's £11 and it just gives you faster shipping and there's sort of Netflix. Yeah, but faster shipping is super useful. Especially if you buy a lot. It's one of those things you have to, like, if you're only buying like one or like 10 parcels a year, you're not going to make the benefit from it. But if you're buying more than 10 parcels a year, you're probably getting a benefit. I can wait an extra day. I normally can't. Also, sometimes it's not an extra day, sometimes it's just the difference between weeks. Alright. Believe it or not, I think this isn't going to be that hard. Slippery Climb is just timing. It's all timing based. None of the platforming is hard. It just had to happen, you know? It was going to happen. I guess it's about your lifestyle. I think it also depends on your location and where you live. Because if you live somewhere that's pretty remote, delivery times can matter. Y'all still worried about COVID? I think we should all still be worried about COVID. It's actually quite shocking how quickly everyone has forgotten about COVID amid the Minneapolis situation. Like, everyone's just completely forgotten that COVID exists. A cop's been charged, by the way. Good. Fucking good. For accidental murder. Yeah, he got 3rd degree, didn't he? And people were wanting him to get 2nd degree. Accidental murder my arse, the guy premeditated murder. Yeah, that's a rough one. Fucking damn, dude. I'm focusing too much on chat. It's all timing based. That's not good timing. I don't think you have to keep quitting out of every level and going back in. I think as long as you don't get the first checkpoint, you can keep going. But I'm quitting out because fuck it. I don't want to risk it, you know? I don't want to go in, die, and then figure out that once we've actually beaten it, we're not getting the gem. I want to guarantee the gem. We get the news once a month. Yeah. You guys are talking about that. I mean, I was also talking about that a few minutes ago, or a minute ago. Not sure how much I want to talk about it. Not sure how many people are really interested in it. But it was horrible. What happened? Absolutely horrible. Earth just fucked human race bad. Let's play video games. Yep. Reminder, we still have a virus on the loose. Best not forget that. But for real, if you live in the US right now, close to Minneapolis, be careful. Shit's getting wild. Oh, I thought I was gonna miss that. I mean, I guarantee we're not gonna win this run, but A stream cocked up when I miss. Pretty much nothing. Oh, I hate these birds. They got such weird hurt boxes. This is like the turning point, where if you can get up this part, you're usually pretty good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I timed that so perfectly, I panicked. Did they make this level easier? I feel like this is easier than it was before. You think the dump will win presidency? No. I'd like to hope not. Yeah, this is just entirely timing based. You need to be really specific. Not this one. Not this one. Oh, that would have been it. Sorry. You know, I'm concentrating. I'm sure you can understand. This is slippery climb after all. I kind of wish I had an Aku so I had a buffer, but... Yikes. Every Lord of the Rings movie is better than the last by miles each time. I recently watched all the Harry Potter movies again. With Bippin. They are excellent. I mean, the first two are not very good, but the third one is really, really good. Probably still my favorite. Fourth one is also really good. I mean, honestly, like, all of them after the second Harry Potter movie are really good. Like, pretty much every single one is good, except for the first two. And even the first two you can pass up by just being like, oh, it's the intro, it's, you know, 2001. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Y'all ever watched The Green Mile? I kind of like 1 and 2, but I might be nostalgic. They're nostalgic movies, but I think as movies themselves, they mostly get bogged down by the child actors, which I can kind of forgive. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. Tom Hanks should watch it. We surmised last time that these don't count for deaths, right? I think we surmised they don't count. I remember something like that. Yeah. These don't count, so I can die as many times as I want here. Which is good, because this one can actually go fuck itself. That's not how you do this. Yeah. So we need to go over to that stack that I died on, then go back. I remember that. This one is brutal, dude. Fuck. But it's the next part. It's that part there that's hard, which is what we're gonna die on along. Oh. How do you do that bit? I bet it's sketch as hell. Not the bit I'm dying on. I mean the bit like slightly 2 blocks after that. Focus WAD. Focus mode. Have you noticed how unreasonably hot it's been this month? I have. It's been like superbly hot. I'm sitting here with a t-shirt on and I'm physically dying. Yeah, I've had to stop wearing jumpers and stuff like that. Just wearing a t-shirt now. And in bed, it's fucking horrible. Am I the only person who actually sweats more when I'm wearing very little, as opposed to sweating less when I am wearing, we're fucked here? Yeah. When I'm wearing more. So if I put on as much clothes as possible, I will sweat far less than if I have nothing on. And I think maybe that's just because the clothes absorb it. There we go. Org. The band gave me energy, boys. Band gave me energy, boys. Okay, so now we're on the home stretch. This is the hard part because we're at the end, not because it's actually difficult. Okay, this is a bit sketch though. This jump sketch. You got someone advertising on my stream Thursday about buying followers. Yeah, they're becoming far, far more prevalent for some reason. I haven't seen a lot of them beforehand, but recently I have. Is this consistent? It is. I almost freaked it. Is this the triple jump? I think this is the triple. Well, what's the point? What on earth do you get? It's not like most of those followers exist. Yeah, I don't know. They just... I never got the point of buying... stuff. Hang on. Okay. Boys! Got him. 2 damage points. Yeah, there's no point to buying followers. Like, they just kind of... Those people prey on, like, the base... What's it called? The primal, instinctual want of, like, I want to be popular, I want to have viewers. But viewers don't matter if none of them are talking and none of them are real. The whole point of getting popular on Twitch, or having people who are watching you, is so you can chat with them. The point isn't to have a high number. If you care only about numbers, go and edit your HTML. I could make holy mod. Making holy mod would make sense. That's why I don't want to be super popular on Twitch like ever. I want to be popular, but I don't want to be like insanely popular. You lose the ability to be friendly to your chat and followers. I also agree with that. I would like... let's say, for example, if I, in like the perfect scenario, and I have mentioned this before on stream as well, but you know, why not? But for the most part, I kind of just want like maybe 10 consistent chatters. You know, like if I had like 30 to 40 people watching my stream at once, and only 10 of them were chatting, like I would be perfectly fine with that, and I would actually prefer that. That's kind of my goal, where there's enough people chatting where I can keep up with the chat and respond to people and recognize names and get familiar. But like anything beyond that, and it starts to get a little difficult. Like if I have 100 to 200 viewers and like 30 people are chatting at once, I can't keep up with that. No one can keep up the amount of chatting that goes on there. You have to be very selective of what you're reading and what you're responding to, which isn't fun. You lose a lot of the personal edge that comes with streaming, where, you know, you're talking to people directly and, you know, bouncing off them. Unfortunately, once you get to the point where you get what I would consider my goal, in quotation marks, which is like, you know, 10 consistent chatters, 40 to 30 viewers, or ish. At that point, if you have that, you're inevitably going to get much further because of the snowball effect. You know, the more popular you are, the more you get in return. You gotta be careful with not exploding. Exploding is inevitable. There's no way to stop it. If you, like I said, it's a snowball effect. Once you get the ball rolling, it's impossible to get it to stop. The only way to get it to stop is to stop streaming. Which, you know, that's not a solution. Delete your whole account. I mean, just start from scratch. You could do something like that, where if you get so popular that you can't keep up with chat anymore, just start a new account. Maybe tell a handful of people who watch, so you can get that golden zone again, where you have like 10 people watching or so. So you don't have the amount. Kind of weird though. You do what you want. Yeah, it's not something I would do. I don't think I'll ever be starting new accounts or anything like that. Because I don't think I'm actually ever really going to get that popular. At all. I'm not, I don't even expect it. What the fuck? Kind of sad. Not really. Not especially sad. I mean, I'll continue to grow. Provided you keep doing streams, you will grow. It might, you know, take a long-ass time, but if you do inevitably, just keep growing. People, what if you don't have retention now? People leave after the 5th stream. Viewer retention is very difficult. I've had plenty people who have been consistently watching my streams and chatting with me, and then they just don't anymore. You know, you kind of go through phases of having people. I don't think we were supposed to kill that guy. And by don't think, I mean we weren't. Can we make that? Oh, Pog. It's an extra life. Hidden passage. There was the whole Jackbox thing. Yeah, Jackbox was one of those things where people only came in to play Jackbox, not to actually watch the stream at all. So, you know, nothing. I never gained viewers from Jackbox. Did we miss a box? Do you have a song request? Nah. Song requests are a pretty bad idea. Because then viewers just choose songs that are copyrighted. And get you copyright claims. And it also wouldn't fit, you know, this game here. Only gonna get memed. Yeah, people just post memes. Wow, this is a far back checkpoint. Not to mention, I tried to keep the amount of streamer tool interference to a minimum as well. Oh, you killed a child! I really dislike streams which go over fucking board with their streamer stuff. It's like, oh, here's the tip jar, here's the follow notificator, here's the etc. Here's the recent sub goal. Here's the new emote you get. And like at that point you can only see like 70% of the gameplay. People still do that? Yeah. Streamers like Hybrid Panda, who I like. No smack intended. I like Hybrid Panda, but man, his stream is a mess visually, absolute mess. Where he has like a bajillion stuff, you know. Oh, it's like, oh, here's the dancing Dead by Daylight character remote, you know, etc. When I prefer just raw gameplay. Also, if you mix in a face cam with this as well, you're basically limiting the gameplay to like 60% of the screen. Which is, at that point, why? I mean, but I guess it works out for them. I guess it keeps viewers engaged. If you're, you know, like, oh, we're gonna reach the sub goal, guys! And then you kind of keep people there and keep people subbed and stuff like that. Probably the worst is when streamers who don't need all that stuff. Like, I can understand it for someone like Hyper Panda, who has like 1,000 subs. Like, yeah, okay. I guess it's, you know, it's, but if it's not being used on something like a small streamer, it has 0 point but to just clutter up the UI. You mix sub goals with bars that fill up. Yeah, I don't get the point in that. I get it during like if you're doing some sort of event, but not unusual. How can you make the number 30 out of 40 subs? Yeah, but even then, you really clutter up the game. I've always been a huge advocate. I've always been a huge advocate of just gameplay. I've always preferred just gameplay. That's why I don't have a face cam. I don't think face cams are interesting. I think face cams take away from most games. Like, what benefit do you get out of face cam in this game? Seeing when I look at chat, or like a vague expression every now and then. You don't really gain anything from face cams in games like this. I can understand face cams in something like horror games, but in anything else, it's kind of like, why? You don't really need them. You can see people do this. I mean, I guess I understand why they exist. I'm not just putting my fingers in my ears and ignoring the reasons. You know, I guess it makes you feel closer to the person who's streaming. Where it's like, oh, I can see them and they're reacting, and it makes them look less like someone talking and more like an actual person. Which, I can understand that. Understandable, honestly. But for the most part, I just prefer gameplay. Let me get the guy from the emote. Pretty much thrives on face cam. Yeah, it also depends on your streaming style. For me, face cam wouldn't work because I don't really work around face cam. For people like YouTubers who are really focused on face cam, you know the bunch. The PewDiePies, the Markipliers, the Jacksepticeye's, you know the ones. They really thrive on their face cams. You know, cutting to them, editing them, and doing funny things, and, you know. For me, nah, doesn't really benefit me. I think it also doesn't help if you're not very popular. Because if you're a streamer and or a YouTuber and you're using facecam, viewers don't really have a reason to care who you are. Like, I get that sounds rude, but I mean in the sense that, like, they don't. Why should they care about your facecam? Because when people go to see popular YouTubers like Markiplier and such, and his facecam, because he's popular, they know that he probably thrives on the facecam, and that people care about it, his facecam. Although he plays games like Oi 4, didn't really need the whole screen. Nearly 80% is just map. Honestly, I struggle to find an area to put. Whoa! I struggle to find an area to put chat most of the time. Honestly, I just wonder how people can put webcams anywhere. Facecams. You guys know Hearts of Iron 4? I actually don't. I've never heard of that. Maybe I've heard of it, but I haven't seen anything of it. Also, the only exception to basically face cams are good if you're popular or if you have a decent audience, so you can then connect with them more. If you don't have a decent audience, new people don't have a reason to care about your face cam, unless you're a girl gamer. That's the exception. If you're a girl gamer, face cam benefits you 100% of the time. And I mean that with like the utmost sincerity. You get every benefit from having a face cam if you're a girl gamer. Girl streamer even. There's not a single moment where you don't get a benefit from it. Pokemon. Yeah, I'm more meaning like in general though. Because there's no reason to have a face cam if you have like 0 to 3 viewers. And again, the exception is if you're a girl gamer, because then you just get benefits from that at all point. I guarantee, I've spent the last, what is it, 2-3 years streaming almost, consistently streaming. I guarantee that a girl gamer could beat me in terms of growth in a week, maybe even less, maybe 5 days. I think that they would beat me. They would beat the 3 years of work I put in. You know, Amazon introduced new rules that crack down on that. What? On Twitch toads? Twitch thoughts. Be gone, thoughts. This is in keep your clothes on or get banned. People were not abiding that? Look at Pokemon. It's being more serious. Look at the Twitch Council. If there's one thing that I wish Twitch would improve on, it's their mod team, or just their modding abilities in general. And I don't mean not even to be top. Oh shit! I thought there was going to be ground there. No. I don't mean that Twitch mod specifically. I know that it's a topical topic. And, you know, it's like, oh, surely it's spurred on by that. No, I've always really not liked Twitch's modding capacities. Or modding etiquette. I've never enjoyed how they mod. Okay. I guess enemies can just spawn onto me. So not just relevant to her. Double standards, that, yeah. Basically, you know, giving people get out of jail free cards, you know, the same, or different punishments for the same thing. Fuck! I was expecting another enemy to pop out. So, for example, Plexiate, a Gmod YouTuber, or YouTuber, had his dad come on stream at some point, and his dad, as a joke, pulled out his gun, and, you know, just as the gun he carries for self-defense, and you know, just as a joke, and Plexiate himself immediately was like, no, don't show that. Twitch immediately banned him. He was banned fucking instantly. For days, for weeks. Just for that. Even though it was his dad showing a gun, his self-defense gun, as a joke. Which he immediately pushed down as well. The gun was on screen for maybe 1 second. And Twitch just were like, fucking ban him. And they banned him, which was ridiculous. Because, like, what rule are you protecting at that point? Like, are people just not allowed to show firearms in general? If so, okay, then make it consistent. Because there are people who have, like, actual firearms in their face cam at all times. And nothing happens. Or the ones who, for example, something I also think is super ridiculous. You can get banned on Twitch for pulling out a firearm on stream when you think someone's invading your home. Like, legit, if you hear, like, rustling in your house or, like, glass breaking, and you go and pull out a firearm on stream, and then go, you know, check it out because you're defending your fucking home, you can get banned for that. It's like, what? What? Why? That's ridiculous. Are people not allowed to defend their homes? It's like, yeah, and then you would say, yeah, well, who cares? Defend your home, take the ban, because the ban is a lot less valuable than you losing your life potentially. It's like, yeah, but that's not the point. The point is, why is he being banned for doing something everyone understands is necessary? That he has every right to do. There's a guy drowning someone else's pool, and the owner of the pool got in trouble. But yeah, in general, because Twitch mods are as useless as YouTube. The Twitch mods are worse than YouTube. YouTube's mods are semi-consistent. Like, they are semi-consistent. Twitch mods are inconsistent as hell. Their entire modding procedure is just not fun. Very inconsistent, very edge-casey. No, you know... If you get banned, you have to basically ask why you got banned. The rules make no sense. And even if they did make sense, they don't enforce them consistently enough. As evidenced with all the, you know, the exploiting female streamers who use their body and stuff. Like, some get banned, some don't. Some do bad shit, like, well, you know what I mean, though. Just the rules aren't consistent, they're not enforced correctly or consistently, and it feels like it's 10 people throwing darts at a dartboard. And that's the one thing about Twitch I wish they would just improve outright. Give us consistent rules, ones that you will enforce consistently, with zero edge cases, defined constraints, and defined, predictable punishments. Because as it stands, that's also one of the things that doesn't work about the modding team in Twitch, is you can get banned for the same... No, you can get banned longer, maybe even permanently, for the same offense that someone else will do, and they either A, won't get banned, or B, will get banned for like a week. And that's what I mean, it's not consistent. What's the point of having a modding / repercussion team when none of it is consistent and predictable? You can Pokemon you really wonder. That's my personal. Have you guys seen the women makeup? Not really, never watch. I hate makeup minds because it's false advertisement. I don't know. I don't really care about makeup at all. I don't think that it's a bad thing for women to want to look good. Or to look the way they want. I think that that women should be using makeup for themselves. If they want to look good and if they want to do it to look good, it's all on them. Well, I forgot about this area. Things, I guess. I think it's fine because I don't think it's smart or sensible to care about what other people look like. It's why when I hear stuff like oh, some celebrity jerks off to X really weird shite or disgusting stuff. It's like, who fucking cares? Who cares? Like, I genuinely, who cares? And it's the same thing with, like, the tabloid newspapers and stuff that really have to let you know that Tom Holland is dating a very specific person. Here's her profile. Don't dox her, by the way. Don't send her messages complaining about her, but here's her profile. Here's her contact info, and everything, you know? Just so you know. We're just letting you know. No specific reason. I don't see why I should care about who Tom Holland is dating. Like, good for him. If he's dating someone he likes to be with, good. I hope he's having fun. I agree, but not my personal life. If you want to date a person you kind of want to look good in like their real self. Just reminded me of the boomer girl. I mean, I also think that there's like a certain limit to being openness, because every teenager goes through the phase of, it's like, oh, it doesn't matter what girls look like, it doesn't matter what we look like, it's all about personality. And you know, assuming so is kind of a farce, and you very quickly learn that that's not really how it works, and acting like it does is just going to create problems for you in the long run. And by problems, I mean you're going to be called out on it. You're going to find out that actually, yeah, you do have standards, and that looks do matter. Who's reminding you, Mirwad? You know, there's a level of courteousness that you can be, but then there's a certain point where it just kind of gets a bit unreasonable. Just a conversation. People found that she had a boyfriend, they had demanded she break up with him. Oh yeah, that fucking shite. Oh god, I fucking hate people. Oh, the earth is burning And it couldn't have came any sooner. No, I'm joking. That's a bad joke. That's not a good joke. It all comes down to personal preference. I mean, I highly respect people. I mean, not highly respect. Oh. Don't highly respect me for that jump. But what would it be? It's not appreciate. It's more like... happy. I'm happy for people who say, you know, I'm interested in... You know, they say, like, I don't care who, what someone looks like, I just care about the personality. And they actually mean it. I'm like, nice. You know? I'm happy for you if you can actually drown out like, all of your eyesight. What you would someone like a god. But I don't think that's how everyone should work. And I don't think it is how everyone should work, or how everyone works. Because if I told you... What is it? Wait. Hang on. This is a puzzle, right? This is a puzzle. For me personally, I care about what my partner would look like if I had a partner. I don't. But I would care. Because obviously, you know, looks matter to me. You know, you gotta look good. Not all the time. But if you look very bad, then, you know, obviously I'm not gonna really be interested that much. I mean, this is getting very, like, just being harsh now. You know? What is up here? Oh, I see. I'm not trying to sound harsh either. Like, oh, if you look like Jabba the Hutt, you can, you know, die in the Sarlacc pit. No, I mean, you know, Jabba the Hutt. I mean, it looks matter, is the TLDR. And trying to say that without sounding rude or stuck up is very difficult. Because people have gotten really used to this, oh, looks don't matter stuff. Which is fine. It's understandable why it sounds rude. Or stuck up. Of all the comparisons you could have made. I had to go and choose the sexiest, didn't I? Damn, that Jabba the Hutt making me feeling something funky, dude. Yeah, why did I choose Jabba the Hutt? He's so good. So nice. This is sexy man. Bro, that froggy slug thing, you're making me kind of funky though. What are you talking about? Jabba be hitting different. It's kind of thick though. Yeah, I think you understand what I mean. Oh, well, I shouldn't have done that. It's cool, I'm pro. No! Fuck, I didn't notice the gem. Why did I not notice the gem pack? I, like, went blind for a second, guys. I think I'm getting old. Right. legally blind. Fuck. But yeah, I don't know. I've never understood why people care about, like, so much about what people do with their lives, or, you know, what they look like, or etc. There was a guy in the HDVR server once who got really mad but not from a personal life. Like, they got really mad at cucks. Like, they really, really hated cucks. And they were like, cuck people, you know, like, why would you do that? I'm so angry. And I just don't understand how you can get that mad about something that doesn't matter to you. And it'll never affect you. It's like the people who get mad at people who are gay, or any form of sexuality, or transgender. It's not going to matter to you. There was a movie called that and it made $0. Within boundaries? Cuck. Oh. Just, you know, take life chill. Oh, that's another situation, yeah. Where, people got really mad at iDubbbz for having a girlfriend or for supporting his girlfriend posting her nudes on, OnlyFans. So basically, iDubbbz' girlfriend had an OnlyFans where she posted nudes and stuff, and basically sold her body for money. Not in, like, actually getting screwed way. More like, you know, webcam. And people got really mad at iDubbbz for supporting her? I'm like, I don't get that. Why? Why would you get mad at that? Also, in general, the disrespect to the sex worker industry is ridiculous. Is this... Do I have to run? Can I run? I don't think I can run. I think I have to... Yeah, I have to jump. But yeah, the disrespect to the sex worker industry is quite horrible. It's never been looked good upon. It hasn't, but... It's not really a problem. Women is always going to slut when selling their body. Which is funny because pornography is probably one of the most profitable industries, like, of all time. Like, you make mad bank if you do some of that good stuff. Like, furry artists who draw furry porn and do commissions, some of them sell their commissions for up to like $1,000 a commission. And they sell out instantly. They literally get 5K in the span of like 10 minutes. And it's incredible. It's impressive. It amazes me that people actually spend that much and have the money to do so. I'm always kind of weirded out when whenever you see like tons and tons of money being spent on pornography, on like really weird stuff like furry stuff or weird kinks. Because it does make me wonder, where are people getting that money? Surely there are a bunch of really just stacked billionaires or rich people who have like oil factories who just spend all their money on that. And I think it's a hilarious image to think about. Easy monies. But overall, the disrespect to the sex worker industry is horrible. I think they really should be given a lot more... Well, it wouldn't be like rights, but like respect. Can I actually get that? I can. I also don't think that they should just be written off because they're sex workers. Because a lot of them say like, oh, they had it coming, they were a sex worker. Or, you know, like, they prostituted their body, they had it coming, oh, they deserved it. It's like, no, they fucking didn't. It's ridiculous to say that they deserved something or they deserve less rights or choices or, you know, or money or anything just because they have just because they do a specific profession, which ultimately doesn't end up being illegal. Did I not get gold on this? Not gold, the gem. Oh no, this is a different hog level. Also, this is the perfect discussion for Crash Bandicoot. I gotta say, you know, someone looking for a Let's Play on YouTube is gonna be like, damn, dude, I can't wait to watch this child-friendly game. Someone 100% in this child-friendly game. Like, sex workers, Jabba the Hutt, sexy as hell. Now that's the good stuff. $150 of this stream is gonna be normal shit. It's true. No! Kill me. No, kill me, please. Thank you. What do you guys think about Brexit? And for our next on-stream discussion, we're going to be talking about Donald Trump. Thanks for coming in. So it's a podcast. I also think that it's the people who defend sex workers also get like probably worse, more of a bad rep than sex workers themselves. No, that's actually not true. That's absolutely not true. Just objectively not true, actually. But the people who defend them get like a lot of shit. And it's silly. Didn't Elon Musk change his son's name? He changed his son's name to, did he? I don't think he did. Elon Musk's son's name is also just stupid, by the way. I guarantee it's mostly all just attention seeking. Oh! Gonna be real, I fucking hate this level. Oh yeah, he changed it to Roman numerals. Fuck. Oh, almost foul and goop. It's the rat from Fantastic Mr. Fox. I don't think I've actually seen Fantastic Mr. Fox. How dare you, me neither. Did I miss anything? What the? Oh. And here's the split. Okay. I mean, not gonna lie, I'm a movie geek. I'm a pretty big movie buff as well. I mean, not really. I'm very picky with what I watch, but I watch a lot. I've seen most Pixar movies. Most movies that... actually, that's not true. I can have things that just isn't true. I was going to say, I've seen most movies that came out in the past 5 years. Which is explicitly not true, because if I did, that would be a hell of a lot of movies. Can I just... do that? Have you seen Godfather? I have not seen Godfather. I haven't seen a lot of classic movies. Fuck! My God. I think we're back. Yep. This level's a fucking mess, dude. I think we're also doing it in, like, the worst order of all time. Cyclops there as well. But I'm like, oh, you know X movie, it's good, I haven't. No, you haven't? And then the exact same the other way. I've mostly just watched superhero movies, Marvel movies, handful of others here and there, you know. Animated movies, stuff like that. Star Wars Trilogy? Yep. I've seen all the Star Wars movies multiple times. I've seen all 9. I've seen all of Harry Potter, yep. I was actually talking about that earlier in the stream. I've seen that I rewatched every Harry Potter movie recently. Humor. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings. I've seen most of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but obviously they've released more since I watched them, which was in 2011. But I think I've only seen like 4 out of the 6 now. I remember the first 3 being really good. But I also had really low standards back then. Seen the trilogy of Lord of the Rings. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings, nor the Hobbit. I tried watching the first movie, but I really wasn't interested. Like, I watched most of it, and I was like, wow, this is supremely uninteresting. Does it see Green Mile, Godfather, and Fight Club? I don't think I can watch Fight Club because I know the twist in Fight Club. Or at least I know most of the plot points of Fight Club because people discuss it so often. And it's a cool movie. I haven't seen it, but it's a cool movie. You know what the twist is, but never seen it? Yeah, I know the twist. What were you on about? You blanked out for the second one. I was talking about the Pirates of the Caribbean and Lord of the Rings. I've seen... I tried watching the first Lord of the Rings movie and I wasn't interested in it. I don't know. Something about that movie just really not cool. I don't know what it was. I mean, I guarantee everyone who really likes Lord of the Rings is probably like, you fool! You dumb fool. And then the other half are going to be like, well, you should have watched the... Oh, wow. That was a lot of speed. Oh, I have to die again. There was a box of TNT. Yeah, and the other half of the Lord of the Rings group are going to be like, well, you should watch the extended versions then. And I'm like, yeah, I probably should if I really actually want to see the Lord of the Rings movie and have a good time. Or the movies. But also, I don't have time for a 4-hour movie. Actually, that's not true. I have a lot of time. I just don't have a lot of patience. That's also not true. Well, I'm saying a lot of things that are just not true today, aren't I? It's impressive. I'm trying to paraphrase, but I'm paraphrasing in like the wrong way. You ever try that? Let's feel that way. Lord of the Rings is really slow for my taste. It doesn't keep my attention. Yeah, it's really slow, and I think a 4-hour cut of it wouldn't improve the slowness. Probably make it worse. But my problem with Lord of the Rings was that in the first movie, nothing really goes on. And also, I really hated the one of the characters. It's the one who gets shot with the arrow at the end. Because the movie really expects you to like that character. Hey, spider. Okay, I guess the spider doesn't respawn. But yeah, the movie really kind of made his death seem very like, oh, it's so sad. But he had like 3 minutes of screen time, all of which were him being a douchebag. So like, why should I give a shit? It was one of the only movie deaths where I was genuinely like, am I supposed to feel sad here? Also, that's my Discord there. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mention it. I should mention it more. That is also my Discord. Alright, let me check. It might be important. No. Discussions with Bandicoot do be hitting different. Yikers! Oh. I remember this. In the console version of this game, I found these jumps really hard because of the perspective. How it was much more difficult to tell the distance and the height. John Wick Trilogy is one of the best trilogies I've seen. 3 does get a bit goofy, but still really brutal. I've only seen John Wick 1. Oh, hang on. I remember this. Yeah, I've only seen the first John Wick. And it was pretty good. I don't know if I would say it was excellent. Maybe? But I liked it. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. It was a good watch. I'd have to watch them again, I think. I think I would just have to watch all the John Wick movies in succession, because I watched the first one, intended to watch the second one, and then never got around to it. So yeah, I think I just have to watch them in succession. Generally speaking, I quite like to watch a piece of media twice before I form a full opinion on it. Oh, I fucked up. Bog. Oh. But I usually like to watch a piece of media twice before really concluding what I like about it, what I don't like about it, etc. So for all the movies I watch them twice. For all the TV shows I watch them twice as well. For the most part, I watch them twice. What was I about to say? Watch them twice, not immediately after each other? Fuck, I fucked up again. I'm just not thinking. I'm pressing buttons. Form an opinion. Yeah, I guess as well, yeah. You can't really judge something through first watching. But it is still valuable, that first watch. I think it's actually very valuable to consider your first watch as well. Because if in the first watch you were really confused, in a show, for example, I think they had really confusing plot points, it didn't develop itself well in the first few episodes. If you were really confused there, it's worth keeping that in mind, because the second time you watch, obviously you're not going to be as confused anymore because you know all of the plot points. Like, now you know. It allows you to see a bit more insight into the show / movie. Because then you start noticing things you didn't before, and seeing all the connections and stuff like that. But obviously it's worth it not to ignore the first impressions you had. I'll have to watch a movie I do have interest in. And then see what other people, though. Stuff to point out. Have you guys seen No Country for Old Men? I have not, I believe. There was a movie I vaguely watched on TV recently. Oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? Are you pulling on my joshers? Oh my god, we missed one! Damn. Just one box. Where am I missing this one box? But there was a movie I watched on TV fairly recently around Christmas time, which was quite fun. I quite liked it. I didn't sit down and watch it properly. And it is also worth noting, I actually kind of like to watch movies properly, per se. You know, don't have anything else on, not looking at my phone, not looking at, not playing a game. Generally speaking, I like to focus on the movie itself, on the piece of media. So if I do watch a piece of media, and I'm doing so kind of without fully paying attention, I tend to I don't class that as an actual watch of the movie. Is that illogical? What, watching movies while playing, or watching movies or TV shows while playing games or on your phone or stuff? Because I don't do it, because I just like to bring my full attention to the piece of media. Without playing on your phone. I just like to, whatever vision the movie maker slash, damn it. Isn't it normal that you watch a movie without disruption? Yeah. It's usually pretty logical, but I know a lot of people who kind of sit there in something like Elite Dangerous and have a TV show on their second monitor while they're playing Elite Dangerous, and I'm like, how do you do that? Like, I understand it for Elite Dangerous, because Elite Dangerous requires, like, zero thought. And it's boring as hell, otherwise. But for the movie, or the TV show you're watching, like, you're not going to be paying attention half the time, and you're going to miss details. Or you're just not going to... I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that you're not gonna appreciate it as much, but because like maybe you do. Never met anyone who watches stuff like that. I don't even watch YouTube videos while playing games. But I have seen a lot of people who do watch like that. For example, like, I probably couldn't watch something like Fargo and pay attention to it while playing a game. Then when I'm dead in a video game like Siege. I could understand that. Oh, you sneaky cunt! Evil. That's an evil box, dude. That's an evil ass box. These drums, man. These drums are making me feel kind of weird, though. Just because there's another licker on The Last of Us 2. Honestly, quite understandable. I mean, that's kind of what Naughty Dog gets for the ridiculous amount of unhealthy crunch they put on their workers. I wouldn't call it karmic retribution, but I would say it's not exactly undeserved, considering the practices going on in the game industry. Also, crunch, it should never be acceptable. It's actually ridiculous that it still commonly happens. I mean, I guess it's not ridiculous that it commonly happens, but it's ridiculous that it's still acceptable. The devs are like, hey, we're putting our developers through the thickest crunch to get this game out and released in time. It's like, why are you boasting that? You are literally boasting that you are compromising your workers' mental health for the sake of your product. Why should I feel happy playing a game that does that? Publishers don't care about the workers. It's true, but it's ridiculous that most people don't care about it either. Like, normal people. Where they're like, oh, who cares? You know, it's... There certainly is a stage 3 capitalism moment. I do care about what am I supposed to do. Yeah, I can understand that. But I do think that just because you can't do anything doesn't mean you shouldn't, you know, vocalize it. It's like people who think that microtransactions aren't, or loot boxes and bad stuff like that. So let me reiterate from the start. It's like people who think loot boxes and stuff aren't or can't be solved, so they don't do anything about it. They don't voice their dismay. They don't voice their disgust. They basically don't do anything about it or voice their opinions because they think it won't do anything. They're surprise mechanics. It's actually the general topic going around, or it's very common. Jesus. For most people, I'm just getting mindfucked. Let me restart this from the beginning. So a lot of people tend to say that, you know, what's the point in complaining when you can't? It's not going to do anything. When to that I say, of course it's going to do something. Of course it's going to do something. Because if one, and also people try to use this as justification to not care, for example. So they're like, oh, you know, why should I care about what is it called? Oh no, I'm gonna buy this microtransaction because me not buying it isn't gonna make a difference. Like, I'll buy this shitty season pass because, you know, someone else is gonna buy it in my place anyway. Like, that's not a logical mindset. Because if enough people step out of line, publishers are gonna notice. You said that, but you've said that people will complain, but then nothing after 2 weeks. It's true. But generally speaking, people try and find as many excuses as possible to justify participating in the bad thing. Or to not care about the bad thing. So, I'm trying to think of a very specific example. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a very specific example. And I can't think of it. I guess maybe just Modern Warfare, or in general Call of Duty, where people are like, oh, why should we complain about loot boxes when they don't, or why should I care about loot boxes when complaining about it doesn't change anything, when we've seen for a freaking fact that it actually does change something. An easy way for that one skin. I think they just need a justification to basically put it into perspective. Fucking damn it. My words are minced as hell today. Think about it one too. Basically, people want a justification to do something that's commonly seen as immoral. Which is like, you know, buying loot boxes. People want a justification to buy loot boxes in Call of Duty. So they're like, oh, well, other people are buying them in my place, so why shouldn't I? Like, I'm not gonna make a dent. It's the general mindset of, I'm only one person, what can I do? When it's that specific mindset which people prey on, which companies really, really love, because they know that everyone thinks that. People know for a fact that, no, companies know for a fact that people are going to automatically go to that excuse. And it's not true, because if a majority of the people who actually thought that actually, you know, acted and did something about it, it would be done in an instant. It would make such a massive difference. I think that's it, by the way. And by the way, it did make a massive difference with Call of Duty. What's it called? Well, just in Call of Duty in general. Call of Duty basically had to abandon loot boxes this year because people were fucking despising them, rightfully so. Please tell me the slippery climb gem doesn't count. I don't want to grab that one. Win, boys! Secret ending. Also, the ruins of Castle Credit to a resort developer. He then used the proceeds to open a big and tall shop on the island. It fucking does. After intense therapy and 8 years of higher education, Dr. Ru went on to write the well-received book, With the Eye in the Vortex, a study of rapid evolution and its consequences. Bela Kong moved to Hollywood and landed a motion picture deal of universal proportions. Currently, he's working with a speech therapist to improve his diction. Then moved to Chicago, where he now owns and operates a citywide sanitation company. He's saving money for his upcoming gubernatorial campaign. Gubernatorial? Not gubernational. After the disappearance of his mentor, Dr. Nitrous Bio rediscovered his first love, tending bar. The world asserted nothing more of Cortex since Crash foiled his plans, but evil geniuses are harder to squash than cockroaches. Cool. 100%, baby. Oh, now Crash 2 whenever that happens. Easy 100%. Easy clap, boys. And no, we're not going for the relics. Now come was jab with the hot OnlyFans. Yeah, I'm not going for the relics, and I don't think I'm going for Stormy Ascent. Maybe once we're done, I might go like, alright, we'll go back and do Stormy Ascent, you know? But I'm just gonna, I'm satisfied with 100%. Because now I actually get to move on to the Crash game that's actually good. Fucking thank God. Which animes do you rec? My Hero Academia, Kill la Kill If, Dragon Ball Z Kai is pretty good. Whoa. Let me see, Panty and Stalking, I'm trying to think of a handful of others. I don't know, there's a lot I've watched that I just can't remember off the top of my head. Space Dandy is one of them. Space Dandy is really good. And there's a couple others I remember, oh, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. And then there's a bunch more I've watched which I would probably recommend, but it's really hard to remember them for some reason. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. Quite a lot more than I'm recommending currently. I've heard that Dorohedoro is good. It's currently, I think it's done airing right now. I think they finished airing it, but I've heard it's good. Keep Your Hands Off Isaac-en. JoJo, that's one. JoJo Bizarre Adventure, very solid. Very good. Everything good people say about that show is true. It's really, really good. Gonna play Crash 2? Not right now. I think we're done for now. But we can play it again. Or we can play it later. Oof. Wait. Later. As in some other time. Whenever I stream it again. I shouldn't take too long this time. Between, you know, this... Like, there was a long time between part 2 and part 3 of Crash. Because... I don't really like Crash Bandicoot 1, and we were just, you know, we were doing cleanup, and I was like, well, whatever, I can do that some other time. But now that we have Crash 2, which I really, really like, I think, from what I remember, I think I really do want to get onto it. So it shouldn't take as long this time. Are the sequels much better then? Absolutely. Crash 2 and 3 are so much better. They basically just remove all the tedium and get some really good level design as well. Also, they get an actual story, so kinda, mostly. Epic, I blow them off. Well, I'll hit the sec. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty tired as well. I don't think I'll go to sleep. I'll probably stay up for another 8 hours. But oh well. Thanks for watching. I shall see you later, hopefully.